All right, we're back for the move of the week. So this week we're going to go off of the closed guard series. I'm not going to do like 5 moves of the week. We're just going to do 1 move of the week video instead of a whole bunch. We're just going to do 1 this time. So this one we're going to go off of actually one of the questions I did for our BJJ trivia for our kids from last week. I use it as part of our closed guard curriculum. It's called the Noguiera Series off of Minotauro Nogueira. It's one of the chains that I saw him use in Pride. It was actually against Ensign Inoue, and I started using it in our curriculum, and it's worked so far for us. So JD's back again. I used Scott last time because he wasn't around. Slacker. So with this one, you have 2 options on your grips. For no gi, you can utilize double wrist control. For gi, you can use sleeve control. I'm going to show 2 different ways to get the actually 3 different ways to get the triangle. So first one is your dual wrist control. So with the dual wrist control, it's a Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's kind of like starting a fire. So I push one hand to the chest and the other one comes up across my chest. And then my foot that's on the arm side goes to the hip, and I press my hips up while I shoot my other leg all the way to the ceiling. I kick high, and then I clamp down right on the back of the neck. So I've already created my angle. The other leg comes up, I clamp down at the back of the knee, and I turn my foot out and clamp down. And then I come behind the JD's arm, and then I finish my triangle. Okay, I don't go underneath the person's leg, because if this is MMA and they have a good triangle defense and they're really good at defending a choke, or they're just, some people just have no neck, I don't want to get punched by this arm because I don't want this hand to get trapped there. So by me eliminating going underneath this leg, I'm not going to choke JD, but by me not underhooking this leg and underhooking this arm, it prevents me from getting punched in the face. So if I were to do this and JD tried to punch me, he can't. Okay. So that is my triangle setup. So JD just tries to defend the triangle by hiding this arm, which sets up my omoplata. So what I do is I start to run my legs. I bring my leg over JD's head, and I start to straighten my body out. I sit up. I go to the hip. A cheerleader sit is what we call it. I go to my JD's far shoulder for the omoplata. I unwind. So when I unwind, I always unwind back to the triangle. Okay. But we'll say JD is actually very jiu-jitsu savvy, and he knows that he needs to get his head up to defend against the omoplata. He doesn't want his head to be put down. So when he unwinds, he keeps his head up. Then he starts to square back up with me. So when he does, this leg clamps down, and the other one clamps on top of that, right into an armbar. So I've already broken this posture, and this arm is already extended. So all I do is I hug, I extend my hips. It sets up for a very, very tight armbar. And if you want to, you can go back to that far side arm, and you have a razor armbar there as well. So your secondary option for your setup, say if you're going for your gi grips, I would go for my cross collar grip. I switch to my hip. I go knee on top of the bicep, and I extend like I'm going to do a scissor sweep. I go out, and I come up on top of the neck. I go to the choke. I come to the tricep for my triangle. JD hides his arm to defend it. I run my legs. I come to the omoplata. Sit up for the finish. Cheerleader sit. And then I unwind back to my triangle. But again, let's say JD knows what he's doing. So if he knows what he's doing, he's going to defend it by keeping his head up. So when he does turn back in, I keep this leg up and I clamp down on the back of his neck, pulling JD's arm across my hip. My free leg clamps down on top of that leg that's on the back of JD's neck, heavy. And then I pull this arm tight and I press my hips. So your two options right now, double wrist control, or you have double sleeve grip. They work the same. So one hand's come in, one hand comes out, or collar and sleeve grip, just like I'm gonna do a scissor sweep. So you can set up your scissor sweep, I go out, I extend for my triangle. 2, 3, JD hides his arm. We go to my omoplata. He defends it by posturing up. And I start to unwind. I heavy clamp, and I go back over his head, right to the armbar. So that's our Noguiera series. If you want to find actual usage of that series, you can go online. You can probably find it on YouTube of him using it in real life, real time, against Ensign Inoue in Pride. I think it was Pride 19. But I would definitely go find that fight. Thank you, JD, for being the test dummy again. See you guys next time.